Okay, I think I'm live again. Good afternoon again. Sorry for that interruption. I don't know if anybody's still here because I would love to finish. So let me know if you're here with a thumbs up or something. Somebody gave me a thumbs up. So I'll probably just have to connect this or start over. And maybe somebody left. So let's see, where was I? I was stamping on colored cardstock and making sure that you get a good crisp image. So this may be just a total disaster today, but I'm going to go on. Okay. I know what happened, and I'm not going to explain it now. So we'll just see if this one works or not. But anyway, back to stamping on colored cardstock. It doesn't always pick up a good crisp image at the very beginning. So you do have to stamp it several times. This would not be really a good one to do. So I want to stamp it over again, maybe more than once. And that's one of the features of the Stamparatus. Excuse me, totally lost my train of thought. So I'm going to stamp it again, knowing that it was kind of light in that one place. That's better, but I'm going to stamp it again. Okay. So there we go. It looks like at least a few people are watching. So again, I apologize for that. There we go. So that's a good crisp image here on this one that has so much fine detail. So I'm going to blot it a little bit and take this off of here and try to get to the next step of what we're trying to do. So let me clean it real quick. And these plates clean off very, very well too. There's the purple and the darker colors really get very dark on there. So I'm just going to pull that off and set it aside. So now I have two identical pieces. So let me put the Stamparatus away. And go to the split negative. So these two pieces were cut identically. Okay, that one's a little bit off up there. So let's hope that it works. At least it's that direction. I'll make it work. Okay, close that so I don't get any more ink on me. And yeah, they're the same that way. So what I'm going to do is cut these, not necessarily in half, but I want to make sure that I've got enough here and here, and I'm creating two cards basically at the same time. So I want to get enough of that, not necessarily at a specific spot here. Again, make it straight. And that doesn't want to stay together. Okay, so hoping for the best. If not, I'll show you the samples that I did. Okay, so there we've got two pieces, two identical cards. So we've got a bumblebee and a white. And now we put the bumblebee with the vanilla bumblebee here and the vanilla over here to create a card. And that's going to go on crumb cake. And let's see if they're going to line up the way they're supposed to after that little disaster. And there they match. And this one will match too. And then you just glue them down. Okay, they just match up. So let's get some adhesive going there. Okay, looks like I probably lost everybody for today, but I'm going to keep on going and then see where it comes. But I know what happened, and my sister was trying to call me, and I was hoping that she would join in today, but I think something happened on her end, so she was trying to call me. Well, I did have my phone on Do Not Disturb, but guess what? She's an emergency caller for me. So that's why it came through. It overrides the Do Not Disturb when you have an emergency contact. So at least I know that the emergency contacts work. And oops, oh my gosh. See, I almost put that on upside down. Good grief. This is like stamping on the fly today, like woohoo. Okay, so there's that one. Let's put this one together. And add this to the bottom. Okay, I think I got 4 people watching. I don't know. Let's see what happened. Okay, so make sure you get it turned the right way. Voila, 2 cards. And let's add some bling and a little shimmer mist. I like to shimmer everything. Last week I was using shimmer paint on everything. This time I just get my shimmer paint with some alcohol in it in my little Bath and Body empty spritzer and hold that away from myself and give it some shimmer. And let's do another one. So I've got 2 cards very quickly. And I'm going to add some jewels here in the center of the flower. Center of this one. Can never have too much bling. And we have to have that odd number, so let's put that up there. Let's do this one. And, okay, if you are able to hang around for the next technique, I hope you can stay. Sorry about that interruption again. But otherwise, you can catch the rest of this on the replay. Okay. LJ, you were yelling no. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining. And you missed all the excitement a few minutes ago. And Connie, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. So those two cards, I would normally decorate the inside and also an envelope. But these were the ones I practiced this so many times because I love it. And I have people that really need some happy thoughts right now. So I'm going to be sending lots of these cards off. Okay, the next technique is not with the Stamparatus, but it's another way to use some of your product. And this is one that's been around for a long time, using the baby wipes, the baby wipe technique. And I picked these up at the store. I think these were $1, so they were not expensive baby wipes. They're real thin to wipe the little baby's butt, I guess. So I'm going to use quite a few of these because what I'm doing is creating an ink pad and using re-inkers. So give me a thumbs up if you ever tried that, or if it's been a very long time since you used that technique. We tend to forget that there are a lot of new stampers who don't know all these techniques that we used many, many years ago. So it's time to bring them out of the closet. So I've got quite a few here, probably more than I really need, but that's okay. Okay, I don't want that seam there. So here we got baby wipes. And for this one, I'm going to use the smaller of the two images and put that on a regular acrylic block. And I'm going to use, this is our, now I don't even want to say it anymore. This is our Whisper White because I still have a lot of that to use up. But the basic white is the new white that we had to switch to. So let's get some re-inkers here. And I have Bumblebee, Calypso Coral. This Calypso Coral needs to be replaced. I haven't used it in a long time, so it's almost empty. Misty Moonlight. Those two are new in colors. Blackberry Bliss and Mossy Meadow. So let's add some ink to this. What I'm going to do is put a little impression in this. Okay, this had some ink on it from before. That'll give me an idea of where I want to put my ink. And just, let's see, yeah, this is the Mossy Meadow. So let's do that down here where we've got a lot of green. And you want to fill in all the spots because you're creating an ink pad, so you don't want any empty spots. And all these colors go together, so it doesn't make any difference if you've got some blackberry or whatever. So fill that in. We got blackberry, and let's add some Bumblebee. Get some yellow flowers up there. And some Calypso Coral. And the moisture and the baby wipe will blend your ink colors together. And I didn't do any Misty Moonlight, so let's add some blue up here. You'd be surprised the things that you can do with re-inkers that you never really realized. Let's put some down here. Blue and green go together. And that's the fun part of this, because you don't know exactly what you're going to get, but you know it will be pretty. And wait till I show you some of the samples that I made with this. Let's put some blue in there. Okay. It's like magic. You don't know what you're going to get. So I know that that's going to fit, so let's put that right in there. Hold it down. And we need a little bit more up here at that top. And a little bit more there. Okay, that looks really good. And I'm going to stamp this in the corner because it's the corner bouquet. And look how pretty that is. It's just a little kaleidoscope of colors that look really, really nice. Now, you can get a lot of different inks out of this one, and I'll show you in a minute what I did this morning. Sometimes you might want to clean this in between so you don't get it muddied up, but I think that will work okay. So let's do this here. Oh, wow, that's gorgeous. Look at that. And put another one here. Okay, they're going to overlap a little bit. That's okay. Another one here. And another one here. And then, since we lost some of that time earlier, I'm going to show you what I did with a card like that I made this morning. This one. So you can see this is a little bit darker because I just started it, but this was after it had been stamped numerous times. And then I took a little Stitch So Sweetly tag to put there for thinking of you. So I'll finish this other one in a minute, but let me show you these other samples while we're kind of in the middle. This was another one that I did, a little bit lighter. And then just added that to the card with a little bit of tearing along the bottom. There's no sentiment on it. You can say whatever you want. Here was another one that I did. Actually, I think I made a mistake on this. So it ended up that I just used the top part of it and then added some bumblebee at the bottom and some ribbon across there. So that's that one. This was the one that I really liked a lot. And it was getting kind of light. So what I did was then to spritz this. I spritzed it with some water and it reactivated it. And on this one, on these samples, I was using the larger one that I used earlier. And oh, I love that one. Here's one on a little note card and envelope. So on this one, I did stamp the envelope, just the happy thoughts again. That was with the smaller one. And here's one, the smaller one, again on vanilla instead of Whisper White. Thinking of you, a little tearing along the edge, and some of the new Blackberry Bliss ribbon that's in the mini catalog. And here I stamped a few of the little flowers and some greens on the inside. And then this was one that I did a couple of weeks ago, and I may have shown it on a live. Otherwise, I think it's on my Facebook page or my blog. And it's just black, Memento black, with the thank you. This is the other stamp set that's in the celebration. And it just makes a very nice, quick, simple thank you card. So with that in mind, I'm not going to go ahead and finish this card that I started today. But I will have these on my blog, which you can find at Pat's Stampin' Place at patstamper.typepad.com. And I will have all of these samples on there within the next couple days, maybe not all of them at one time, and you can check those out. And should you want to place an order, here is the hostess code for January. And I would love to be your demonstrator if you don't have one already. And you can order online at patmayer.stampinup.net. And I would appreciate that so much. So apologize again for the craziness today. So we're not too far over 10, about 10 minutes over my usual 30 minutes. So at 4:10. So check back next week. Maybe number 14 will be perfect with no problems. Maybe number 13 was supposed to be a mess up today. I don't know. But gotta laugh. It's okay. It's only a Facebook Live. So enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great evening. And I will see you again next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.